Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome your faces to the Geek Out podcast. We are back today with another episode for you. We're going to be talking about Battle Royale Fortnite. And we have got with us today Mr. TipHerAFish. How you doing today, Brad?
That is.
You're doing good? You're doing good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
No, I didn't do bad, man. A bit under the weather, but living, taking lots of cold flu tablets.
I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. It's nothing related to Fortnite, but yeah, I get what you mean. Is like the thing is, it's cold, but you have to have. I always have to have a window or something open because otherwise it will get too hot. But there's also a downside to keeping my window open, which is I like the cold because it makes me want to get warm, which is nice. But the problem with opening your windows is bugs and stuff want to find somewhere warm.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, you know, I got massive fucking spiders wanting to make a home. And I actually had a spider crawl across my bed the other day. And late at night, I saw this, like, moving dot in the corner of my eye as I was watching TV. And, like,
see, I'm not the only one.
Under my coat. I had my coat on my bed. I didn't realise it was on my bed until I realised there was a spider on there. So I picked up the coat and there's a big spider.
Yeah, no, like the other day I was just laying in bed and all I heard was that zzz.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta kill that fly or it's gonna agitate the shit out of me.
See, that's the thing, flies, right? They're not horrible, they're just fucking annoying.
They are, they're like that annoying. It's like having someone poking you in the shoulder going zzz.
Especially when they land on like your arm or something and it just sort of like tickles and you try and slap it away and it just keeps coming back to that same spot.
Yeah, you keep constantly hitting yourself and you just get a red mark. But what have you been up to this last week, my friend, since we last spoke?
Living life. Well, I mean, it's early week, so not much this week, but you know, from last week, because obviously, you know, people obviously know that we obviously got to pre-record these things before you upload them. So
of course,
we do upload. We did pre-record. We did record last Tuesday, so I mean. Go on from there, but yeah, well, we're going to be talking about a game that I've been streaming a lot ever since it. To be honest, I streamed it anyway, but it got released. But like the Battle Royale got released for free for everyone, which annoyed me a little bit because it kind of pushed us smaller streamers down the list because like all these big people are playing it because it's new game, popular, free for everyone. So the people that actually have the full game or whatever, like I got given the game by a friend, so I can't like complain, but I can complain about the fact that I started, you know, I was streaming Fortnite before it was fairly popular before it got like 20-odd thousand views.
Yeah, it's getting a lot at the moment.
And because of the big people that are streaming it, because it's basically, you know, it's a battle royale game that's free to play, cross-platform, and available on every single, you know, system. So, I mean, it kind of bugged me that it kind of did ruin it for us smaller streamers a little bit, I have to admit. Yeah,
I definitely will agree to that, but we'll get into that very shortly. But obviously, we're going to be talking about Battle Royale today, Fortnite, which is, like Brad just said, it's available on every single system. Sadly, not to the Nintendo Switch community, but it's available for
community.
What, for Fortnite?
No, I meant for the Nintendo Switch. Like, what?
Mate, honestly, you want to be on my Twitter. Everyone's playing it at the moment, and it's like,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's one of the things where you see everyone talking about it. I really want to own one, but it's kind of like,
wait, the Nintendo Switch is the one with the little controller thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the little portable thing where you can connect it to your TV as well and all that.
Right, that seems cool. That seems cool.
If I had
offense to you Nintendo fans, it was just a joke.
Yes. No, if I had a couple of $100 laying around, I'll get one. But at this moment,
I'd buy an old school Wii and play Wii Sports Resort and some stuff like that. That was fun.
Yeah, that shit was the bomb, man. That shit was the bomb. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Fortnite. We are today. So like some of the things we're going to be talking about today is going to be like, obviously, our thoughts of the game, what we thought of it so far, where we've played it for the last
wait. Before we go into it, could you send me a quick screenshot of the list
I will have to send you a picture of it. I will do now.
So I can be prepared of what I'm gonna say. You know, I gotta mentally prepare a speech.
Yeah, it's kind of like my brain's a little bit. Well, my writing's a bit bad, so I do apologize.
So I don't get put on the spotlight. So it's just like, yeah. So you
well,
just
that's the fun side of it, though, because it's like honest answers. Then you don't have time to think about it, Brad.
True, I guess. But you know, well, in this episode, Fortnite's gonna be a game that's constantly updated. The developers are a bit like PUBG. You know, they're responsive with their community. They're focusing on what their community wants and what their community needs, which is why PUBG became really popular and famous for what it is now, compared to, like, you know, H1Z1 King of the Kill or whatever it was called. Was it King of the Kill or King of the Hill? I don't know.
King of the Kill.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, yeah. So basically, that's why it's popular games, because, you know, the developers are constantly updating. Like, Battle Royale got released, and then like a few days later they're releasing updates, and then like a week later they're releasing duos, which is a good time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about we'll talk about the game in general. We're gonna talk about the thing is I'm alright player. I stream it. So if you guys want to see some of my gameplay, just gonna quickly plug my Twitch and
squeeze it in while I'm sending a picture.
As well. Yeah. Dane streams it as well, which is good. So, you know, we haven't played together yet, though.
No, we haven't.
We should if you do a duo series, I'll help you out with that.
Hell yeah, man, that'd be fun. I reckon it'd be funny as well.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Basically,
so, like,
it'd be me, you carrying me through the whole. Yeah. Because I'm terrible at the duos.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about what, you know. I'm gonna give some tips on how I've won every single game mode. I'm not gonna say, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not a pro player. I'm not a great player, but I'm a pretty decent player, especially when it comes to duos and squads. I feel like if you can't win in duos and squads, you're kind of a bad player, because if you can winning in solo is actually a lot easier than people think, because you could wait till the end. Do you know what I mean? To kill people. So it was like. So I feel like, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about duos and squads, and then I'll give some tips on duos and squads within the sort of tip. Give them the tip, you know, within that section of the episode and stuff like that. And then we're going to talk about games, you know, updates and stuff, and then future updates and across platforms, the advantages and the disadvantages and stuff like that. So
you're going to give your tip in the tips, are you?
I'm always giving the tip, bro.
I'm laughing because the fact that also your Twitch name's TipHerAFish.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I think that needs to become a segment. Like, you give your tip of the week, because your name's TipHerAFish.
I'll give an advice tip of the week every once a week. On a Friday on Twitter. I'm gonna start doing that.
That has got to be a thing now. That's got to be a thing. That's making me chuckle. I'm loving it.
Tip with anything, literally brushing your teeth, playing a certain game,
real life stuff.
You know, yeah. I can't really like give people tips on health, because I'm like the most unhealthy person in the world. So
we all are at some parts of life. Even the healthiest people are unhealthy at certain things. Yeah,
like, you know, I sit there just eating Oreos and watching TV, so
you can't go wrong with that. Obviously we'll start with the first thing. So, Mr. Brad, the game's been out now for about 2 weeks. Is it 2 and a bit weeks? Might be third week coming up.
It's been out for quite a bit.
Yeah, but the Battle Royale, the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying it so far, my friend?
I'm loving it, because, you know, I'm the problem with the console is that there's no Battle Royale games. The highly requested game to have a Battle Royale mode was probably Wildlands, and I know PUBG is coming to Xbox and possibly PS4, but this I don't know, this is more fun, you know, because there's a building element to it as well, so it's more interactive and stuff with the environment and stuff. You know, you got to go collect resources and stuff to get, like, you know, to build, because the thing is, there's literally a tip, because they give a tip as you're loading in, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, don't fall. You can die from fall damage, so, you know, don't. And then, like, things like, and then there's also things like, you need cover, build some. So literally build some cover. We'll get into that on the tips, but, like, That's what I mean. That's what I enjoy about it. I mean, PUBG would be awesome, but Fortnite just adds a sort of fun element to it because it's cartoon, it's stupid. I mean, you're coming on a flying bus, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
To be honest, when I'm looking at it, when I was like, I didn't know how to describe it. I was asking me on, I think it was Twitch, and they're like, how would you describe this game? And I was like, honestly, it's like a battle royale kind of game, but the style of it is different. Obviously, it's like cartoony, but for me, when I look at it, it's like reminds me of Plants vs Zombies so much because it's so bright, and also with the other battle royale kind of games, they're like very like real looking, really like more like realistic, and like kind of like that thing they have on it, a bit of a dirty kind of look in a way to it. So
well, yeah, they tried to be realistic.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I'm liking this cartoony kind of bright look they've got with it. So I think it makes you really enjoy it more and draws you in. And I just love. I'm so in love with this game at the moment because I'm just constantly like, I want to just play Battle Royale right now, honestly, while we're doing this podcast. But the style of it, I'm absolutely loving. And like what you were just saying with the PS4 community, it has been crying out like mad for a Battle Royale game for the last like 2, maybe 3 years. Obviously since H1Z1 dropped. Then obviously PUBG.
Well, I mean, before that, we had Arma, didn't we? The Arma Battle Royale, which was like one of the most famous, popular ones, I think. Before
yeah, that was a big one. No, that was definitely one of the big ones. It really kind of kicked off the Battle Royale kind of scene in a way, and H1Z1 jumped in on it. Then obviously PUBG is taking over now, and
yeah, I think the reason PUBG took over was because of the lack of developer communication.
Oh yeah, definitely, because obviously kind of the idea came from obviously H1Z1 where they were like, oh, we're going to be updating constantly, because I was playing it on PC for a good year and a bit. I absolutely loved it, but the updates were so slow with it. Obviously PUBG is really pumping out the updates like mad, but they're starting to slow down now because they're obviously working on the Xbox version and console. And obviously now Epic Games have come out with its Battle Royale game, and obviously making it free to play as well, which is more insane. Where I think that's why it's doing so well, because it's free, and obviously people don't. Because Fortnite did come out, it was full price, wasn't it? Like 40 quid.
Yeah, I think it was a cheap game because I think they were sort of reimbursing the community that bought the games because they're releasing it for free. But well, the thing is, basically it was like $24.99, I think it was, and yeah, like I'm so surprised it was free. It's a very good game, and it's surprisingly free.
Yeah, it's kind of, it caught me off guard when they said, "Oh, we're going to add Battle Royale and it's going to be free." Not because I know at first when they announced it, they didn't say it was going to be free, and they just said, "Oh, Fortnite's getting Battle Royale." I was like, "Oh, it might be something I might get, but I don't really want to particularly pay for it at this moment." But when they said, as soon as I found out it was free, I was freaking straight on that download freaking list looking for it. Well, that game list to download it. But overall, it's freaking brilliant at the moment. And just where we're just saying about the updates, where they're rolling out at the moment. How are you being feeling with the updates at the moment, Brad? How are they satisfying you with the updates at the moment?
Well, they listen to the community, and they listen to what we want, and they discuss features that pretty much every game should have, and I think they know what they're doing with it, because like they're instantly coming on to preventing cheating because of the whole cross-platform. Obviously, we'll get into that and that whole discussion about that, but also with the things about the way the community complained about the bullet drop with the assault rifles. They fixed that. I mean, there is a bit of a sort of, they're kind of buggy. They're a bit inaccurate, but they're, at the end of the day, you can't expect them to be perfect. Otherwise, it'd be a bit too OP, because console have aim assist, so that's a bit OP. And yeah, so I feel like with the updates, they're bringing them out quite often. Like recently, I know this isn't about the Battle Royale, but they've brought out the Horde Bash mode for Save the World.
Yeah.
And they've literally only just released Battle Royale, and now they're releasing other, little fun game modes that you can play with a 4-man squad. Within the Save the World mode, which is pretty cool. So I feel like the updates and like duos came out pretty quickly.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm very surprised by that.
got requested. You know, people wanted duos because the reason people wanted duos is because some people think I just want to play with one of my friends. You know, like my best friend. And we don't really want to have people like, you know, dragging us along. Like we don't really want to have to drag people along because because if you're playing with 4 people and you got like 2 people, they're quite bad. You don't really want to be carrying 2 extra people. And you know, if they go down, you have to be a good teammate and get them up.
Yeah, definitely.
So a lot of people think, oh yeah, duos would be cool because you know you only need one person to make a full team, and it would be so much easier to win with your friend because you're only taking out teams of 2 instead of teams of 4. So like me and my cousin Will, you know, we played duos a lot together. But the thing is, we played duos when squads were the only thing. So it would be me and him against other people. But the thing is, we'd be more cautious about it. So we'd be like, you know, we'd wait for like, you know, towards the end, and then, you know, try and estimate how many people were alive, make sure there wasn't a 4-man squad, and if there was, you know, we try and take 2 people out and sort of bait them. So, and then they brought out duos, which really excited pretty much everybody. I went pretty crazy when I found out that they were releasing duos. They released, you know, duos and supply drops in the same day. And supply drops are really cool because, you know, because people see, like, because, you know, they shrink the circle, don't they? So
yeah.
Supply drops drop within the circle or just outside of it. So it's like, when the circle gets really small, I've noticed that they drop a lot of supply drops. I think it's just to literally make it a complete, you know, I like literally just
epic battle.
Just a fuck fest, literally, right?
Yeah, I did notice that because I was playing a match on Saturday night, and literally in the last I think it's 7 people left. They dropped in a loot box right next supply drop. Sorry, right next to me. I was like, I could go to that. Then literally like 2 kills later, there was like another one coming down, which was directly in front of me. But I was like, I'm not going to it. I think it's gonna just try to lure the players to go to it, so obviously other people get them kills, and obviously speeds up the game a little bit, and makes it more of that epic battle, which is I do like what they have done with that, definitely. But yeah, I'm certainly enjoying the squads and the duos. I think that's a very good feature they have done on the updates, because obviously that squads was out before the duos, and honestly I thought it was going to be the opposite round, to be honest. I thought they would have done duos then squads.
See, here's how it went, right? Was back when it wasn't free to the public, there were people teaming up against other people, and that was actually considered cheating. So like, it's actually it can be a bannable offense if you team up in solo, and that's why they're like, and a lot of people complained about it, and so they put up a message on there before it's public saying, when this is released for free to the public, we will bring in squads, you know, and stuff like that. And then that's like when, you know, when duos was released as well, there's like, teaming in solo is a bannable offense. There are duos and squad modes. I think that, you know, that's why they brought in squads, and then people thought, oh, but we want duos, like, because, you know, we don't want to have a 4-man team, or have the disadvantage of having like a 3-man team against a 4-man team. So they, you know, they would so that's why they brought sort of duos out, so you can play with your best friend or whatever, and you know, just have a bit of fun with that. So, but I think that was probably one of the good updates, because that's literally the day they released to the public was when squads was released. So all of the people that played it before were just soloing. So
that's pretty cool then. No, because have they updated it then? Obviously, where you were just saying where they were playing on solos, and people teaming up in solo queuing. Have they updated it so your friends can't join your session, or was that already a thing? Because I'm not actually thought about it. Can your friends join?
I don't know how it worked about the whole teaming up. I don't know whether you know, people just teabag each other and think, oh, all right, we'll stay next to each other. You know, we'll team up, maybe get each other in the party, or somehow maybe there was a way to join people or something like that.
Yeah, like a little.
Or something like that. I don't know, but I never really understood, because, you know, I'm not going to team in solo, but I'm pretty sure I have seen some team people in solo.
Ah, that's understandable. Like, I know, I remember when I was playing H1Z1, and like you'd be the scrub, you wouldn't have no weapons, and so you'd be like, please give me like mercy, don't kill me straight away, sort of thing. Give me a chance. Then they'll let you like have a couple of like minutes to kind of root around, but they'll still be following you. And once you've got enough loot, they would like kind of slightly wing off a bit, but then they'll come back. But they'll come back hunting for you. That's what I always found with Battle Royale. Oh, sorry, H1Z1 King of the Kill. And also, where they haven't got microphones, have they got the microphone element introduced to Fortnite yet, or no?
I know there's in-game chat, but I don't know whether it's if you're far away.
Yeah.
You can't hear them. If you get closer, you can hear them or whatever. But
because that's definitely
I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing that worked on H1Z1, because you obviously in the microphone you could be like hello, hello, blah, blah, whatever, and I think that's the way you could obviously communicate. But like, hey, don't kill me straight away, sort of thing. But that's probably how people probably teamed up in a way. But,
to be honest, right, on Fortnite, I would happily kill an unknown person.
Yeah, exactly. I would as well.
The thing is, right, you see, the pickaxe takes off 11 health, and the thing is, it's quite glitchy still when you hit, and you could get from quite a distance, and sometimes like it's delayed, so they could be behind you, and you could actually end up hitting them with it.
Yeah.
So it's quite dodgy. So like when you're running about and sort of going upstairs getting a gun or something, and someone's coming up behind you with pickaxe, they're actually quite a threat to you, especially if they get really close to you, because like, unless you actually get a gun to kill them, they're quite dangerous to have unarmed people chase you, because they're not going to switch to a weapon, and they're literally just going to sit there whacking you and just chasing you while they're hitting their pickaxe. And especially if you can't get to like a crate or whatever to get the weapon, then you're screwed. Really, they're not going to let you get it. And if you run off, then they get it and then they kill you. And they've obviously lowered your health from hurting you already. So I think that's something that they need to sort of focus on as well.
Yeah, definitely think that should be a thing, because we obviously, talking of, like, we could partially kind of like what you're saying about updates they could work on. So for me, I found like these, like, one particular one which is really always annoying, but you understand because it's still technically known as the access at the moment. The shotgun killing. Have you noticed anything with that? Because I have picked up on it so much, like shotgun lag when you're trying to kill someone.
Yeah, I've noticed. I think I've noticed a lot of lag between, not just shotguns, but like basically, when you're going up against like say it's like a 1v1.
Yeah.
Solo, sometimes you get that little freeze screen, and you're the one lagging, but they don't, so they get the opportunity to shoot you. And it can end up killing you, but sometimes you get out of it alive. But with the shotguns, yeah, I've noticed there is quite a bit of lag, especially when you're when you're just like, there's a lot of gunfire going on. It sort of just freezes up for a second and then comes back to it.
Yeah.
But the thing I hate about shotguns is they're extremely OP. The problem is with shotguns is, say like a PC player is challenging you with a shotgun, they're gonna win because they have the better accuracy than a console does.
Yeah.
And as a console player, I can honestly admit PC is obviously going to be the better for games for accuracy, because it's easier to use a mouse and keyboard than it is a controller when you're aiming. I know we got aim assist, but that's only to a certain extent. You got to aim in on the person. But if you're using a shotgun, it's very rare that you aim. You just sort of spray and shoot. And the thing is with assault shotguns is the damage is so much lower than the pump shotgun. And the pump shotgun, like just a regular pump shotgun, is really really damaging. So, and the distance on them is way too OP. Because the sniper towers you get, the big tall wooden sniper tower. Well, basically, someone was on the top of those, and I was at the bottom, and he shot me with his shotgun, and it got me. I wasn't right at the bottom, like literally right underneath him. I was quite far away. It was on a hill, and I was like sort of towards the top of the hill, and he knew where I was. And he shot me from a really far distance with a shotgun.
What did it? How much HP did it take off you?
It killed me. No,
it killed you.
He used the assault shotgun, so it only takes about 2 shots.
Oh.
And he literally just sprayed me with a shotgun from this distance, and it just killed me. And it was like the most annoying thing ever, because like I was in squads. I think everyone had died. It was just me and Will. I don't know if Will had died or Will was still alive and not near me. But yeah, this guy just, he just killed me, and it was actually quite triggering, to be honest.
Well, that's annoying, because it's like, I think that's something that obviously could be worked on, because I could definitely agree, like getting hit with shotgun from far distance does happen to me a fair bit. And it's like, if I compare it to, say, like the last kind of battle royale game I played, which was H1Z1, you'd have to be pretty damn close. You've got to be within, say, at least 6 foot of someone to get at least a hit, but not like freaking like 10 to 15 feet away to get a hit on you. It's like, that's insane. But I think that's definitely something they could work on. It's like the ranges on the guns. I know maybe their idea is that they make it OP so more people are playing it and all that stuff. But hopefully it stables itself, because at the moment it can be annoying. It's like, I've played a game the other day, and it was literally trying to kill someone with a shotgun, and where it was like lagging, and it was just they're close enough, but it wasn't hitting them as well, because it was like, it was weird. It was a weird scenario, because the game was lagging, but it was hitting them, but at the same time it wasn't really doing much as well. So I kind of have had that as well. But getting people from, let's say, like top of stairs, I played the other day as well. Literally shooting someone at the top of the stairs, and we were so far from each other, but somehow I killed him. I don't know. I was like, mate, you should not have died. You maybe got a bit of damage on you, but you should not have died. I imagine it was like a glitched somehow when I killed him. But I was like, I opened up my hand. Well, I put my hands up. I went, he shouldn't have died. If anything, I should have died, because he had a freaking like an assault rifle. But somehow he freaking stayed alive. I don't know. Well, I stayed alive somehow. I don't know. I have a clue how. But generally, hopefully that's a thing that will get fixed in the next couple of weeks. Is the guns on the game. Is there any other guns that you're finding is a bit OP or could do with like tweaking?
The Scar, I've noticed, is a powerful weapon. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd hate for them to fix it and it not be in my hands. But the thing is, the Scar needs to be fixed a little bit. The accuracy of the Scar, I've noticed, is a lot more off than your normal assault rifle. I think they might have done that on purpose, because it's such like an OP gun. It's quite a powerful gun, and it's one of the best. It's like with the assault rifles. With the assault rifles, you get you get. I think it goes up to uncommon and then rare, which is the blue and green. Green is uncommon, blue is rare, and then you got epic and legendary. And epic like is yellow, the purple. Yeah, the orange. I mean, I can't judge. I'm colorblind, but I see it as orange. I see it as orange.
Yeah.
But I think it's orange. I don't know. But yeah, that's legendary. That's the best tier, and that's what the Scar only goes. I think purple and orange. I don't think it goes blue. I don't think it is. I don't think you can get a rare one. And they're really OP. But the thing is, their fire rate is a lot faster as well, so they're really very, very OP. And if you win when you challenge someone with a Scar and they've got plenty of ammo, and you kill them with a normal assault rifle,
yeah,
you're either a pretty good player or they're a really bad player. Because the Scar in the right hand could literally end the game.
To be fair,
yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say I haven't really got around to using one. I've had one a couple of times, but I can't. Yeah, I've picked one up, but I've always died, so I can't really judge on it.
If I pick one up, I cherish it. I use it. That's how I won my first solo, was with a Scar. Oh. Well, it was with a uncommon pump shotgun to get the first kill, and then the second. The thing is, I waited till there's 2 people to pick off, and then I killed the guy with this shotgun, and then I ran up to the other guy with the scar. The thing is, when I was playing squads with Shaylee, Jamie, and Will, we those guys are from our Twitch. If you guys don't already know, yeah. So I was playing with those, and I think me and Will got scars and bolt action sniper rifles, which are obviously the best kind of sniper rifles that you want. So we had the advantage there, and I think we won that game. And Will got an RPG and and stuff like that, and we had so much gear and stuff, and we did win. But that's because Will had so many rockets for his RPG, and he was just spraying at them behind a tree, and he just blew up the tree, and then he started shooting at them, and then I think like 2 of them are down, there's 1 left, and he started spraying at them, and then he got the final kill, and then he just got triple kill, which is so like, there are a lot of OP weapons, and I think some of them need a bit of a nerf. I think the Scar could do with a little bit of a damage nerf, and then maybe add the accuracy a bit more. Or if you're gonna I guess if it's gonna stay the way it is, that's fine, because it's pretty a beefy gun.
Yeah.
But the problem is like I said, with people with PC, they have more accuracy, and that could be quite damaging to console players, especially if they have a Scar. And the snipers have bullet drop, which I'm thankful for, because if they didn't, everyone would be sniping. You get sniped left, right, and center.
I remember the first time I picked up the sniper, I was treating it like Call of Duty, then I forgot. Obviously, bullet. You got the kind of
bullet drop was actually a glitch at first with the assault rifles and stuff like that.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. But no, using the sniper for me is definitely. I don't think I've actually got. I think I've got 1 kill with a sniper so far, but I definitely like the power of the sniper. I do, because when I got my first victory on Fortnite the other night, the sniper really helped, because the damaging, breaking like the walls that you can make was so brilliant. I think it's like two shots to destroy the wall.
Yeah, it takes down. I think it's 2 shots and it takes down a wooden wall. And like 3 for brick and like 4 for metal. Yeah,
and I really like that. I appreciate the sniper for that. And it's the way a sniper should be, because sniper is a bit more common to pick up, I find, than an RPG. But I find so much bloody rocket ammunition. I don't know if that's only me, but I always find loads of it, but not able to use it because I can never find an RPG. But snipers are definitely really, really good. I do like it. A bit more practice I need on them, but they are very good. But how have you been feeling with the M16 though? That's one particular gun I want to pick your brains a little bit more on. The M16. Are you liking it or not?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great gun, even though there is a better assault rifle. Yeah. But it's a great assault rifle. It's a very good gun, even from the the common ones that you get from, like, just picking up are great. And then when you find like a blue or green one, you get kind of excited, because scars can be rare, but a lot of people can get scars, but they're sometimes rare. So it's just kind of. But the thing is, if you have like a green assault or a blue assault rifle, you're set, man. You don't have to worry about that, because plus they got less, they got less kick to them. They got less like bullet. They got less bullet drop like problems, and they're good. They do quite a bit of damage, and I mean the thing is, in Save the World, assault rifles are fully automatic.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not going to make them like that, because you died too quickly. Because they're so common. Like, guns are so common in that game. That's the problem that I have with that, is they're pretty common, especially assault rifles. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love having assault rifles, but the thing is, you can't feel superior against anyone else, because they could have just as much as you, because it's so common. Like, you could have a Scar, an RPG, a grenade launcher, and a sniper, and like med packs and stuff, and your whole team could have all of that stuff. But the thing is, because they're not as rare as they're supposed to, as you think they are. A whole entire another team of 4 people could have that too.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one thing I would like to see them updating, making them like the M16, Scar H, that way more rarer. Because even on H1Z1, the sniper, you'd be lucky. There might be 1 or 2 people with a sniper, but last few times I've played it, I found a good couple of people have had a sniper in the game, even if it's like the uncommon one or the rare one. But I definitely would like to see like the guns being a little bit more rare, and when you find it, you cherish it. It's like, yes, I finally found it. It's like, but you've got to get a little buzz from having it, because you feel like you feel special, unique from all the other players. Because like you were just saying there, Brad, it's like everyone has the M16 guaranteed. It's like, even though when I played H1Z1 for example, it's like pistols was the one thing you find constantly, and it was just always that gun, always the pistol. But when you found an M16, you cherished it. It was like, yes, finally an awesome gun. But that's definitely something I would like to see. But have you played? I think it's an SMG gun. And have you got a chance to use that?
Which one? I think there's 2. I think I've used all of them. Yeah.
Yes.
The SMG. Yeah, I think that they definitely need more of a buff. They're very weak, and I don't like the fact that they're very weak. I think like they're quite common, but I feel like, all right, make them a little less common and make them more powerful, because you know, you see SMGs on games like you'd see it on PUBG. That's quite a big win for some people. You know what I mean? So it's like, but with like with things like with the SMGs on Fortnite, is they're very weak. So you pick one up just to protect yourself with, but then you're going up against someone with like, you know, like you have to get you have to, I don't know, they'd have to have like literally like, if they had a shield and they turned on you, you'd be fucked. You'd be ruined, literally.
Yeah.
Because they're that bad. Because they do like, don't they do like 11 damage or something like that?
I could tell you, because I've got a website here for you. Here's one for you. I want to test your brains really quickly. Oh, what gun was you talking about? Sorry again.
The SMG.
SMG. Let's just say the normal submachine gun. Yes, normal submachine gun. How much damage do you say? Oh, not at the moment. I want you to kind of guess the number. How much do you reckon?
11.
11? That is correct, my friend. The mag size is 25. Fire rate's 15. Here's I want to pick your brain and see how basically the little segment for is like, how well does Brad get close to the weapon damage? How much do you reckon the assault rifle, the M16, damages?
What's that? The
common,
M16
just common.
It's in like 63 or something like that.
Not by this website. This website is saying it's 32 damage.
32.
Yeah, then the rare one is 35. But there's no like epic or legendary.
Oh yeah, true. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. We'll get to that.
I'm thinking of I think I might be thinking of the assault shotgun.
Then we've got the semi-automatic rifle. It's like 27 damage. Then res only 30. So it's not massive jumps in the numbers when it works its way up from common to rare. And obviously we've got let's look at the sniper rifles. I'm intrigued with the damage on the sniper rifle. So the bolt action sniper rifle,
100, isn't it, or like 90 something?
This one I've got here is, well, it goes from rare to legendary. 105 damage on the rare, then legendary is only 116, which is interesting.
To be fair, that is way more than enough needed, because the thing is, if someone doesn't have a shield, one sniper bullet's going to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna drop like a sack of shit.
Me and Will have sort of like a routine. If we see someone, we shoot them and they have a shield, what he'll do is if he shoots them with his sniper and their shield has gone down, I push while he sort of like tries to snipe and keeps cover.
Yeah,
I push him while he's he's quite weak. He's got a disadvantage. He's got no shield. You know, like you said, like what was it, like 36 damage or something like that?
Yes.
With the assault rifle, what's that? That's like what, 4 shots?
Yeah, it's about that roughly. about 4 or 5. But yeah, just kind of that sniper. Where we're just saying the 116. That is for the AWP sniper, which is for that event. You got the semi-automatic sniper rifle, Epic's 63 damage.
Yeah, see the problem with the semi-auto sniper rifle, sorry, is it's not in Save the World. It is literally semi-auto. It's literally, you know, boom, 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 like that. But in Battle Royale, it's like boom, 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 and it's just such a disadvantage. It's not even really worth putting in Battle Royale because half the guns that, you know, half of the stuff that you get in Save the World, you can't get in Battle Royale. Like you can get LMGs, in Save the World, but you can't get them in, you know,
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. I think an LMG would be way too OP.
Oh yeah, massively. You freaking just all you have to do is freaking camp out in freaking one spot and just freaking pick them off bit by bit.
Me and Jamie played. We almost won. It was ended up with a 2v1, but he had the advantage because he built a base right in the circle. He got lucky. He got right in the smallest type of circle.
Yeah.
And he had a metal base, and he got lucky. We pushed him, and Jamie didn't know where he was. I was on the other side of the base. He got shot, and then Jamie was down. But I thought I'd push him instead of getting him up, so we lost that. But the thing is, I spent most of the time sitting in the bush. And imagine I just had something like an LMG or something, just sitting in that bush, and as people came past, just spraying them down. Like they wouldn't have, you know, they would lose. They'd die straight away. They wouldn't even have the advantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, like some of the guns aren't worth it. I mean, semi-auto sniper, take it. If you don't have a sniper, I'd say take it. Just even if you're just using it to scout the area. Like if you want to zoom in, make sure no one's around and stuff.
Yeah, I think I've picked it up a couple of times.
I pick it up, but it's not. It's only literally if I'm desperate for like a sniper, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's a good way. It's got the scope on it where you can literally, like you said, so you could just scout out, see if there's anywhere at a far distance. But other than that, I don't not my kind of gun I would use. Personally, myself, I always like maining with the M16. I do. That's like my go-to gun. I really like it. I do. But it's kind of like, it's not a bad gun to have for scouting. That's a cool thing they should add. They should add in an update binoculars.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's one that could be added.
Well,
that would be
the thing is, if we get onto future updates, we can talk about something that I think that they actually mentioned in a video that I watched. But I don't want to talk about it yet because then we'll go way off topic because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
a lot of features that need to be added. But yeah, yeah, I know what you mean by that. That'd be a very good idea.
That would be cool. Then let's go back to the gun damage as well. The bolt action sniper. Only. Have I done that one? I've done that one.
Yeah,
done that one. Yeah. Shotguns were on now. That's what I am. The semi-automatic shotgun.
Yeah. Look at the pump shotgun. The common itself is 90 damage.
That is crazy.
All right. 95 damage is the uncommon. Imagine if they had rare, epic, and legendary ones.
That's gonna be like 100, 105. Have a legendary one. Imagine make 150, so he's like proper OP. The pump shotgun though, that's insane. And that's kind of like where we were just saying about the guns, like freaking far damage as well. That makes sense now, definitely. When you look at the number. But it's like if you compare that shotgun to the obviously semi-automatic shotgun, it's only 67 damage. So it's kind of a little bit of a big difference. Well, a bit of a difference between the shotguns. I thought it might be a little bit closer, but obviously where it's semi-automatic, so you just keep going with it. But that's kind of insane.
This website you found on, it just looks like they've stolen it from a wiki.
Yeah, I think it is like a wiki thing, to be honest.
Like pretty much every game, TV show, movie has a wiki, doesn't it? So
yeah.
What's it? It's not. What is it? It's fandom or something. Is that what it's called? Like fandom is the actual website, and then they have the wiki. So we go like Fortnite wiki. Yeah, like here. Oh, they actually haven't got. Oh, they have. Oh, yeah. fandom. Yeah, Fortnite wiki. Yeah, literally, they have a wiki for literally everything, and I feel like that the way that it's laid out it just looks like they've like copy and pasted the code or something.
Yeah, I think it's the one I clicked on it. It was like, oh, wiki. I was like, oh, okay, it's got stats on it. I like it. The SMGs, I'm surprised with the damage. To be honest, I thought, for me, I really like the tactical machine gun. That gun, I seem to I think I got like 3 kills back to back in like one area. And I really liked it a lot.
It's just they're so bad, and their range is like quite bad as well.
Yeah, it does take like pretty much like a whole mag just to get like maybe just a kill. But it's like
it could, to be honest, on a common one, it does take. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it apparently has a mag size of 25, but then it says the damage is like 11. But the thing is, that would mean 10 shots, pretty much, and you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about that, right? One bullet from a submachine gun is like getting hit by a pickaxe. That's how little of damage they are. And then pistols, I swear, does more damage than the SMGs. Where is the pistols?
It's the next one down. The revolver is.
Yeah, look at the revolver, like half your damage.
54. That's crazy. Yeah. Then you got the semi-auto handgun, 23 damage.
Look at the rare, like 25, 4 shots, bang, dead.
Yeah,
and that's quite fast too. And then you look at the SMG. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it should be harder to kill people, but I feel like, but then that means guns need to be a bit more rarer as well. I feel like it needs to be a lot more harder for people to be dead, because you see at the beginning of the game, even before you landed, you see people has been eliminated by this person, has been eliminated by that person, because people just going in, getting guns, getting assault rifles, scars, snipers, RPGs, and it's literally just like killing each other straight away. And that's why I'm, obviously we're going to talk about future updates, and I want to add that into that, add something
definitely
into that, with that whole thing, which that could be solved, but
Yeah, but no, it's like you definitely will say, like, with like the damages you're looking at here, it's kind of like I've played like a couple of games. Like I don't know how many outcuts I've had to do. Is like I'll have to spawn into a game recording for YouTube, and it's like I can't use it because I've died within the first 5 seconds of me hitting the ground.
Yeah, I do that.
And
my apologies. Oh. Pull my mic out there. That wasn't good. I have like sort of like a limit. Like, I have to at least sort of have a gun, maybe at least get a kill, and not die straight away. I have to at least travel around the map a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't stay in the same town and just die. That's not worth an episode. I mean, people are probably thinking, oh, he hasn't uploaded any of them. But I have had plans to do so. But I mean, it was really boring commentary, and I feel like it's a lot harder to commentate on a Fortnite video than it is to
a stream.
It's to stream, because streaming you talk to your friend, or you talk to your your chat. So I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking about the Duo series.
Duo. There's definitely something, yeah, but no, it's kind of like where you were just saying about other people picking off straight away is definitely a thing, definitely. But if you do want to check out these like little stats things, I will make sure to put the link in the description, or if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, I'll put the link in the bio as well for it, so you guys can check it out for yourself, and get your overall kind of like look on like more like critical damage and stuff like that, and fire.
And it's also good to always learn the guns, like you saying, like you like testing me. It's always good to know the amount of damage, so you know whether it's worth picking up or not. So, but that will come under the tips.
Yeah, definitely. But before we move on, though, just look at the where is it? The legendary rocket launcher, 121 damage.
Yeah, I mean, the grenade launchers do 110, because for some reason they have a rare, but they don't have an epic. They don't have an epic rocket a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
The thing is, people think, oh, they do 100 damage, they're gonna kill you instantly. But if you have a shield, if you have 100 shield, that's basically an extra life.
Yeah. That's very important to have the shield. If you don't have a shield, you're fucked.
Yeah, it literally is. It's like an extra life. So if you have a shield and get shot by a grenade launcher, then you'll be fine. You know, you can
but
just,
if they shoot twice, you're fucked.
The thing is, they're very delayed. The rockets shoot very slowly, very slowly. So you always have the upper hand. But if you're down and your friend builds like a base around you to get you back up, and you hear an RPG, you're either gonna get very lucky. I did get lucky the other day, but you're gonna get very lucky, or your teammate's gonna have to abandon you. So you know, don't go down if you know someone has someone around has a
grenade launcher or a rocket.
Grenade launcher or an RPG. You know, it's not gonna work out very well.
Just run very far. Just be like, sorry mate, I'm thinking myself.
Running. Just never stop running.
Yeah, just keep running. Just stop running. Just scream in your head straight away. Run, Forrest, run. Or if your name's Frank, run, Frank, run.
Don't even think about it.
Nah, don't at all. Don't risk it for the biscuit. But no. I think we should move into the future game updates, what we would like to see and everything like that. Because I feel like we're slowly working our way into it now. So I think the first thing I would touch on is obviously like the squad duos and stuff like that when playing it. And one thing I definitely want to go straight away is when you're playing with your friend on the duos or squads, and when you die, also you're spectating them, you're trying to help them out, looking on the map. It's like, oh look at, well, you're looking at on their screen. It's like, oh, over there to your left. But you want to try and help them the best you can, but you can't really help them too much because it's a bit limited. You can't look at their guns or the map. Do you reckon they should update it so you should be able to see their class? So be like, oh right, use the M16 as I can see because you got it on your bar. And
I think seeing what weapons they have, how much have that, seeing their HUD, that'd be good, and being able to actually look on the map and seeing, say if you're on the map while they're running, you can see where they're on, because there's no point being a spectator if you can't be like in Siege. It's literally not even called spectate mode; it's called support mode. Yeah. So I feel like every spectator should pretty much be support mode, and like, even on COD, you could go in first person and look behind them and tell, give some communications. I feel like maybe if you can see around them, it might be a bit OP. You can see someone behind them, and you're like, oh yeah, behind you. But I feel like I think that adds more to sport, and I think you should be able to sort of, check what weapons they have, and if they're like a new player, you could always give them some advice. Let's say if they see a bolt action sniper or something, and then you don't know if they have one or not, or something like that, or you can always see like you said, your friend's hotbar, like in the top left corner. I think that would be a cool idea. You could sort of see a hotbar and see what kind of gun they have, like the icon, not like the amount of ammo and stuff like that. You can only see that if they die, but like, I feel like you should literally see what their hotbar looks like. Say if they got like a green assault rifle, it should show like a green assault rifle, an SMG, and stuff like that. So you can communicate and say like, oh yeah, can I borrow some your bandages, or can I borrow that med kit and stuff like that? Oh, can I use that med kit and stuff like that? So I think
that would be cool actually thinking of it. If you're in game, you'd be like, oh, I see. Well, Brad, I see you there. You got some bandages. Can I pinch some? And because you don't know what your teammates pick up.
Yeah, instead of literally, say if like your friend doesn't have a mic, and then you're like, oh yeah, have you got any? But the thing is, you have to run up to them to get the answer, because usually the way to respond to someone without communication by voice is teabagging. Yeah. Like on Siege, when someone gets you up, you teabag them to say thanks. If you accidentally shoot someone while shooting a drone or a camera or whatever, you teabag to say sorry and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like, put your head down and be like, no, sorry.
So you kind of go, oh yeah, teabag, because you can't see them through buildings and stuff. So you're like, oh yeah, so you have to run up to them and go, so have you got any bandages? And then you find out they haven't. and you've just wasted your time running when you could have like looted a building or whatever. Because I've noticed that a lot of time me and my team struggle to get out of the bloody radius because we mess about too much and just stay inside the circle, and then we just let it. I don't know. We just seem to think, oh yeah, because like say if we're the only ones in the place, we'll loot the place, but then we'll mess around a little bit, make sure we've looted everything. But then there's me just saying, just get a gun, you know, just loot one place each and stuff like that. Get a gun and leave. So I feel like if you can see what people have in their inventory, you can see if your teammates have a gun, so you can leave.
That would be really helpful, because like there's many times I think I was playing the other day and I was like, oh, I've got.
Sometimes, sorry for interrupting, but sometimes, teammates are quite stingy when it comes to giving. Like, say if they have one med kit and you've got like, say, 50 health. Yeah, I know you could use bandages to get yourself up to 75, but why do that when you just use the med kit, get yourself up to 100%, then you have like, you know, you have that extra, you have that advantage again. Do you know what I mean? You have the full health, and you know if you have if you have shields, because sometimes you use shields. In emergencies, but if you have shields, you haven't got full health and you just want to get full health and then use your shields, then you have the even big advantage. And some teammates are kind of like, oh yeah, I don't have a med kit, sorry.
Yeah,
and then like because they want to use it on themselves just in case.
Yeah,
and like so I feel like seeing into that would sort of just, it would help with supporting other squad mates stuff. So like you see your teammates' health. And then, like, you know, you see that they've got bandages and stuff. You can just say, all right, well, I'll cover you, bandage yourself up. Instead of going, oh, yeah, do you need bandages? Do you need this? Do you need that? You'd know straight away.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. So
I think that would be really cool, because I didn't really think about them in-game, but in-game would actually be really cool. Definitely. But definitely, I would love to see when you're spectating them and you can like help them out and stuff like that. That would be such a great update to the thing, because other than that, you're just sat there spectating them and just kind of just looking on their screen what they can see, and it's kind of like you want to help them more, and also you want to try and help them get to in the top 5 or win the game. But if you can't help them, you can only, well, the limitation for helping is very limited. So if we can like help them out, even just like when you say like in like, you could like tell them that, right, in this gun you've got this much ammo left and all that stuff. It's like that little info can always be helpful and stuff like that. So it's like even like materials as well. Some of them might be like, oh, you're getting a bit low on wood, so might be worth getting a bit of wood to help you build up wall and stuff like that. Definitely.
Because you know, there's you're obviously going to be a better player than somebody, you know, because there's always someone better than you, and there's always going to be someone worse than you, and there's always going to be someone better than you.
Yeah.
So like you're never going to be the best at something. Like, you know, there's obviously like footballers, some people think they're the best, but there's always going to be someone that's going to be better eventually.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like you're playing with your friends, and you know, I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't like to brag about it, but I'm not the worst player. Do you know what I mean? I'm all right. When we play duos with Will, we even out. Yeah, sometimes I don't get the kills, but I am a very supportive player. That's the thing. I do support more than focus on the kills. Like if I down someone and he gets the kills, I'm not gonna like, you know, get pissy or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not going to steal his kills. And you know, if I damage someone to like 10 health and then he downs them, you know, I'll give him the kill. I don't care. So it's not like I'm, you know, getting carried or anything. But you know, I'm not the worst players. I can handle my own. You know, so like I don't get scared. I see a lot of people get nervous around like towns and stuff.
Yeah, I can admit to that.
You know, yeah. So helping someone like a low-level player or like a brand new player with this sort of support, like, oh yeah, all right, you've got this much ammo, so you know, like, be careful when you switch to that gun or whatever. Like say if you see they've got like 2 rockets in their rocket launcher, you're like, oh, switch to RPG, you got 2 rockets in there, or like, you know, because they shouldn't have to focus on their hotbar all the time. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, they should just focus on what,
you know, someone could help out. Look around them. Someone could keep an eye on the map and whereabouts they're going and whereabouts they're heading to.
Yeah.
And how close they are to the circle and stuff like that.
That
So
would be
yeah,
helpful.
I feel like doing a lot more. I feel like you should be able to be a lot more supportive on when you're spectating. Otherwise, the thing is, it makes spectating quite boring. Otherwise,
Yeah, it is that. It's like, for me, being a streamer, it's fine because I'm just able to just talk to my chat and stuff like that. But say like, if you're not doing that, it just does get boring if you haven't got nothing going on around you. You just sat there like, I really want to help, but I can't really do nothing like that. But say if you're like a player yourself as well, it's like we're all guilty. We've all had that moments where you are looking at that bar and you're like, you want to be able to kind of go, be able to go to your team and say, right, I'm not going to take my eye off in front of me. Can you tell me on how much ammunition I've got? And if they could tell you, it'd be great, because I've done it on Call of Duty, I've done it on Siege, I've done it on Fortnite Battle Royale, every kind of game where you take your eye off for 1 split second to look at your ammunition and you're fucked.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. That's like when I play Siege, I peek around a corner and I sit there for about 30 seconds and I'm thinking, okay, no one's going to push here. So I literally look around for like literally a split second and then they push the corner. They push the corner and you get fucking splattered in the head.
Yeah.
So it's like, so yeah, like, yeah, it's very, it's very annoying. But you can always get bad timing on games like that, especially Fortnite as well.
Yeah, so having that feature would be a massive, massive plus. It would be. But also another thing as well, when we're talking about spectating, so you're playing in squad, sorry. Obviously, when you're spectating at the moment, you are only stuck on 1 player. Say you got 3 other players, and you can't switch between them at the moment. Would you like to see that like updated so you can switch between your teammates?
What do you mean? Like, yeah, like you can switch between your teammates that are alive while you're dead.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I'm dead, but 3 of them still alive. So say if it's like myself, you, Jamie, and Will, if you guys are dead people from Twitch, and basically, I'm spectating you. It's like I'm helping you out, blah blah blah. But at the moment, I can't switch to say, or someone say, oh, I want to say how Jamie's doing, but because I'm stuck on you because I can't swap to anyone else until you're dead. Would you like to see an update so you can like switch between your teammates?
Yeah,
because at the moment I find it so frustrating. It's like somebody's like,
thing is, no offense to Shaylee, but she makes really stupid decisions in games, and like she'll push someone that has the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because she thinks it's going to come out on top. And the thing is, I don't want to watch that. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather watch like Will, because Will's a better player than I am. Will is a better player than I am. I'm happy. The thing is, I'm gonna give a tip here. I can't bother to wait for to give this tip, but always seek for advice. Always ask for advice on the game. We'll get into the detail of that tip.
Yeah, we're not far from the tips now.
But like, yeah, always ask for advice, and always try and learn from the better player. So like, if someone shoots you and you think, "Fuck me," like, what the hell? How the hell did they do that? Spectate them if you really want to. Just spectate them. I
think definitely introducing the switching between players, you can probably like learn different things from all your teammates. So it's like where you're only stuck watching one until they're dead, it's like you can bounce between them, see how each one's dealing with different scenarios. So say there's three of your teammates trying to kill like a team of 4. You can be able to learn from like next time you play how they dealt with that situation and bounce in between each one, like each screen. And it's like, oh right, this person's sneaking in, doing this kind of tactic. Someone's just sitting back, waiting, watching on this door, or someone else is basically running a gun and going in for it. And you can learn like different things. Like I've learned from like Rainbow Six Siege, from spectating, switching between players, what to do and not to do, and that's the best way I've learned how to get slightly better at the game. I'm still not good at it, but it's made me that little bit more better from spectating people and seeing what they're doing. And I've learned from like okay, I won't do that in future. I'll do their tactic in a way because it will help my gameplay improve. And that's definitely something I would love to see because everyone gets better from watching people or asking for like advice, like you were just saying, Brad. That's definitely a big feature I would love to see. Definitely switching between the teammates when playing squads and being able to see their equipment and see the map. That was definitely one thing. Is there any like things you would like to see? Oh, sorry, you was going to say something.
Well, we're talking about future updates. There's a big one that I think they were going to do. They said inventory,
Okay.
which means we might have a bit more inventory space other than a hotbar.
Ooh.
For things like, because the thing is, you should be allowed to stock yourself up with weapons and have some medical supplies on you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see like shield potions.
Well, have you I don't have a gaming PC so much. Have you ever like watched H1Z1 or Pug? PUBG?
Yeah, like with the backpacks and then
Yeah, I feel like that's an element they should add to the game, so you can pick up, say, like different like little pouches or something like that. So you'll be able to carry more stuff on you. It's like, oh right, this bag can hold up to like 5 items. Okay, this bag could pick up 15 items.
Just think about it, right? Think about it. You designate, say you're playing squads, you designate 2 people to carry all the medical supplies.
All right.
You know, someone to carry all the shields, like, because you should be able to keep shields on you, you know, just in case for like emergencies and stuff. I mean, it'd be a bit more OP, but I feel like it'd definitely be, things should be made a bit more rare if it's going to happen. Or a bigger map, but I'll get into that in a second. The thing is, like, yeah, so, or at least give us inventory space, like maybe like another row, you know. But that, I think they might add a limit. I think that your ammo as well will eventually take up your inventory space. I feel like they might add that in. So I feel like they may add a really cool feature, but they may screw us over with it a little bit. But I'm hoping that they'll add at least another row or maybe another 2 rows where you can put your medical supplies, and maybe ammo. Yeah, maybe ammo might become a big thing of it, but the ammo stacks. So you got like, 99 medium ammo, 99 heavy ammo, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And, you put like, maybe your building supplies take up your backpack, 999, which would be perfectly fine by me as long as we get some extra space to carry, your bandages. Because you see a bandage, you got like 15 bandages, and then you see 1 med pack, and you think, do I switch them out?
Yeah.
Do I trade them? And then you're thinking, what if in the long run someone comes up from where I was, takes the med pack, keeps it on them, and now I've got bandages, and eventually I use the bandages over time, and I only get myself up to 75 HP, and that guy is like, it's just me and him left, and he has the med kit, he gets up to 100 HP.
Yeah, that's actually true, thinking of that.
And I feel like maybe you should, or at least if you're gonna, if you make us be able to stack at least like more than 2 med packs at a time. Maybe like 5 med kits. I think that should be a thing.
Yeah, can you? I'm guessing from that you can't stockpile them at the moment.
Yeah, you can't. You can only get 2.
Ah, okay, that's fair enough. I didn't really think. I've only picked one up at a time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
I know bandages you can have up to 5 at one go. But even the bandages, to get up to 75, say if you get HP super low, it takes about 4 to 5 to get up to 75 again, because they're obviously only meant to cover you for so little bits of health. But obviously the medkit is 100%. But I think with where you're saying there, when I was playing King of the Kill, when they introduced the backpack, you could put the items in your bag, like the bandages and stuff like that. But I think where even like the inventory on, well, your hotbar on like H1 or Z1, I think you can go up to 9. I think 9's popping out at me for some reason. I think you can have it to 9 items in your inventory. Obviously, we're up to about 5 at the moment, is it? Or is it a couple more?
Wait, what was that? What was
The
that?
hotbar at the moment, obviously, when you switch him.
I think it's 5. It might be 6, but it seems like it'd be 5.
Yeah, I think 5 is numbers popping out in my head. But on PC, they had 9. But also, I don't know what PUBG's got at the moment because to be honest, I've watched a bit of gameplay, but I haven't gone in depth with it. But it's kind of like something I would like to see a bit of an extension on it, maybe to knock out a couple of more slots. But I think the backpack is definitely the way it is to go because it's such a big thing within the Battle Royale scene to have that backpack be able to basically pick up every bit of loot that you can while you're like scavenging for stuff. And I find a lot of people as well, even like when playing like King of the Kill, they will pick up guns. Like for me, obviously you can only pick up like so many guns before it takes up space in your inventory. But people just like take the guns anyway. So if another player's already found ammo and they find that pistol, obviously they can put the ammo into it and they become a threat to you. So
yeah,
if you could raid like more guns, like gather more guns, that'd be great.
You can grab ammo even if you don't have the weapons to go with it.
Yeah,
kind of cool. So you can literally stockpile an ammo.
Yeah,
because I think I had like 27 like heavy bullets in my inventory, and when you get a sniper, you're obviously gonna get the default amount or even 0.
yeah.
So then like, yeah. So I got like because usually guns will always have like their own ammo drop next to them.
Yeah.
They'd have like the mag full, and then they'd have like 10 ammo to go with it, or 5 or whatever it is. And but yeah, like that's what I like about that. But the thing is, I think that you should be able to take the ammo out of one gun and put it in and keep it in your inventory.
Yeah, I think that would be actually really cool.
So like, because you get a normal assault rifle, I think you should be able to take the medium ammo out of that assault rifle, like, and then and drop it, and then keep it stockpiled for your good assault rifle. Because like, why should there be separate rifles? Do you know what I mean? Like, because the thing is, like, say if there's like 30 bullets in like one gun, and then there's 30 bullets in another, what's the point in that? Because you have to switch between guns and it takes up inventory space. So you literally may as well just take out the ammo from the mag and just put it in a different gun.
Yeah, that would be a better thing, definitely. But I don't think. Is there any other updates you would like to see to the game?
Yeah, bigger map.
Bigger maps, different maps.
Yeah, a different map, maybe a bit more. I want a bit more of a. I don't know. I think a lot more like sort of. I don't know. It's weird because it's kind of weird because I feel like it should be more. It's nice as it is now, but I feel like it should have a lot more nature sort of to it. I feel like it should have like a lot more forests, and stuff like that. A lot
biomes.
More. I think it should. Yeah, I think it should be harder to spot people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it should have like long grass, thick bushes and stuff, and it's just it's just sort of like harder to spot people. So it just adds a bit more edge to the game. And if they introduced a lot bigger of a map, like look at Wildlands, it's not like they can't. It's not like a PS4 can't handle a map like that, or an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Wildlands is a huge map, and even that would be probably too big for a battle royale game. So it's like, I know a lot of people are, oh, it can't ever be too big. Trust me, it takes like 15 goddamn minutes just to get from one side to another, and that's not fun.
No.
And the thing is, if people are like, oh, we need cars. I'm not being funny enough, but you can run from one side of the map to the other within like 2 minutes, not even that, and that's running.
Yeah.
And cars would be just too OP. And if they made a bigger map, that's when cars could be implemented into it.
It's like, I'd say I'd like to see vehicles definitely added to it, but more like say like a bike. Well, not like a pushing bike, but I'd say like a motorbike or quad bike.
Yeah, I was talking to Will about it. It was like, yeah, a motorbike or like even a motorbike or a quad bike, yeah, an ATV. That would be kind of cool because you'd still be vulnerable to getting shot.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be like they'd be quite faster than running, but they wouldn't be as fast, and they can go off like they could be pretty good, pretty good off road.
Yeah, but if they did like add vehicles to it, I'd say obviously I would obviously make the map bigger, because if you have like say about 5 to 10 cars in the game going around at once, and it's just gonna be it's gonna be a very long game, because then people are not gonna get out of the car. But maybe if they don't make the map any bigger, I would not be salty or anything if they would say add like 2 or 3 cars to the game. Make them like super duper rare, and maybe like spread the bits out, because so like on H1Z1 you can obviously pick up a battery or take batteries out of cars and all that stuff. Maybe like for me, so say if you like found like a police car on H1Z1, but the battery's missing from it, but you can like go like scouting out for a new battery to put in that car. Yeah. I would not be like, I would not get salty about that. I'd be like, I'd be down for that. I would be, but definitely the quad bike, I think it's a good way, because where it's a small map, it does make itself more open. I think that would be a cool feature, and I think it would suit the kind of game as well, because obviously it's got that kind of cartoon kind of quirkiness to it, and I think a quad bike would go well with it. And to be fair, the style of cars I've got on it at the moment would suit it in a way, but the size of the map, in a way, is a bit of a thing.
Yeah, it's way too small.
Yeah, but it's like when you're saying like you can get from one side to the other, you can get to one side to the other really quickly. Because like I remember, I think every time I spawn in, you kind of just end up going to the lake, but then get from the other side of the lake to the other is very easy, especially obviously because you can build going across the lake as well. It can be very easy to get from like one side to the other really quickly. But it's something I wouldn't mind being added to the game. But is there anything else you would like to see added to the game at all? Or
yeah, the thing about different maps though is the reason that I want a different map, not even if they don't introduce cars at all, or even if they don't introduce a bigger map. The problem with the bigger maps is it's 100 people. There's just too many people going at the same place at once. So that's one thing that I dislike about it. But another thing is like, yeah, the different maps, because it will get boring after a while. You know, people will be like, oh, do you want to go Pleasant? Oh yeah, might as well. It's the same fucking place we go every time.
Yeah.
And I feel like you know, new maps would spice up a little bit. Like you know, you'd have like different types of maps. You know, like you'd have like a mountainous sort of region, you know, with like cabins and stuff like that, and you know, you'd have like I just thought of one, I can't remember what it was now, but you'd have like you'd have like a snowy area, like maybe just a city, you know, maybe we have like a massive city, and I think like a different maps would be a lot more.
Yeah, here's one for you. I know on PUBG and H1Z1 they were doing this for time to time. They edit the map, so they might add in a town or they might take a town out, and just to kind of make it more challenging. So I remember like when I was playing King of the Kill, I was like, right, I want to go to this area because I know this area is always a place. But they edited it and changed it all around, added like more towers and all that stuff in the town. And I was like, oh, this is completely different. I don't have a strategy now. I feel like they might take that route. It's like they might edit it time to time. So it's like might take one town out and maybe put in another one and change the landscape a little bit maybe. And tweak it. And obviously a new map would be nice and all that stuff. It's like it has a bit of rotation in a way. But I think that's the way that I feel they might go with it. Like edit it. And it's like, I think one thing will get changed, I think, straight away, is the lake. Having that house in the middle. I reckon that'll get changed to something different, I reckon.
Yeah, it might do. Hold on. My wire's fucking up.
The wire. Goddamn wires.
Goddamn wires, man.
You don't want to see my wire management, mate. My wire management is terrible.
I think a military base would be pretty cool.
Yes, that would be cool. Also, we've got prison at the moment.
I just feel like, because if it was a bigger map, the bus route, I feel like the bus route should always be the same as well.
Yeah.
So you know you got like and it takes a lot. It doesn't. You can't just drop into the army base. You have to sort of travel there and get there. And I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be absolutely awesome. But even like where you're saying like about different, what was you saying about different biomes? What if they added? Because I know they've just added this onto Battlegrounds. Is fog. Say like every match is different weather climates. So it's like one game's gonna be foggy.
I mean, with the thing with Fortnite. Sorry for interrupting, but you have
That's
like
right.
But yeah, we have like day and night and stuff, which is kind of cool. But I think fog would be kind of cool. But the problem with fog is it be a lot harder to spot people, and it's already hard enough. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of horrible to sort of spot someone on this game, because half the time people die at the beginning, so then you end up like having like 30 people left and so much more map still available.
Yeah.
So then, like with fog, it could literally you just be walking around and someone could just pop out of nowhere and even scare you. To be honest,
Is that you confessing you being a chicken?
Oh, if I was walking around solo and just some guy popped out of nowhere with a shotgun, I'd shit myself.
I probably would have been the same as well, very much. Even with my big headphones in, I'd be like, "Oh fuck!" But no, I think climate things like because rain as well. I would like to see rain.
Yeah.
Because obviously, where you got your headphones in, you can hear people talk like walking and stuff like that. But if they're like say rain's dropping, it makes it more harder to hear them as well. So that's one thing I would absolutely love to see added to the game. That would be cool. So obviously, I think snow would be okay, but at the same time, maybe just make that a seasonal thing. Maybe like Christmas time.
Like GTA.
Yeah, like GTA. Because I remember when they added that. That was really cool. I didn't play on it, but I saw like some streamers do it. I was like, that's really cool. They've added snow, but I think that's something they could do for over Christmas if they wanted to. But we'll see what comes from them. But anything else you would like to touch on? Like maybe something's come through the last like 2 minutes. You would like, oh, I would love to see this in the game. Maybe in the future.
The thing is just there's so much stuff that could be added. It's just kind of like, oh, nothing really needs to be added right now. I mean, some things are cool, but like for now, it's just kind of like we'll see how it goes in the future, and then like maybe might think in the future, oh, this could be cool now if we had this and that. So, yeah, not anything else I can think about, to be honest.
Yeah, no. I think one thing I do want to just touch on while we're just talking about little things is about this whole PUBG going against Epic Games at the moment. Have you heard anything about this at all?
No, I mean, obviously they're going to be slightly competitive because Fortnite's available on all systems.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you like a little briefing what's happened since Battle Royale Fortnite has dropped, and what's PUBG's response to this and everything like that. Is basically that they are Battlegrounds are very salty against Fortnite at the moment. Because obviously it's the kind of like copycat version, some people calling it, but
well, the thing is, Battlegrounds doesn't really have the right to ever claim the idea of a battle royale game, because think about it, they've pretty much just copied off of every other battle royale game themselves.
Yeah, because like I was watching a GameSpot discussion about this. Like, basically, they're what's brought this on is like they're looking to take action against Epic Games over because of the fact that they've made it free. They've gone down the battle royale route and calling it a copycat of their game. And a lawyer even said on this GameSpot report, Battlegrounds don't own the category of game. They don't own the genre, and this kind of like they can't really do nothing. They can maybe like sue Epic Games for like certain like in-game stuff they've added and stuff like that.
That's the thing, is nothing's the same as Battle Royale.
Yeah,
Battlegrounds, sorry, because think about it, every Battle Royale game has people parachuting in.
And yeah, I totally see where you're coming from, but it's like with the whole like lawsuit at the moment, and they've said is like they're willing to take further action against the Epic Games, but nothing's been reported since last week. But it's just the fact that they're just like,
I think it's pure jealousy, honestly.
I honestly think it is, because obviously they're charged. I think the price keeps on increasing on PUBG at the moment. I think it's gone from like being like 20 quid, it's now up to 25, and I think it's going up to 30. And I was talking to my friend the other day, when it drops on Xbox, they're apparently looking to charge 60 quid for a game preview game, which is going to be on Xbox. Which I will be a sucker. I will probably pay for PUBG on Xbox One. But it's coming all just down to jealousy, because obviously they're pumping it as a free game and looking to obviously win the whole. I think there's also the cross-platform thing as being on a console before PUBG, because PUBG obviously are looking to pump it out to console, but they're taking so much longer with it. But obviously when Fortnite beats them to it, I think that's an extra bit of jealousy to it. So we just took a quick little break because Bradley had to go and do something real life stuff, but we're back now. Picking up where we were just talking about PUBG, the jealousy and stuff like that between Battlegrounds has got against Fortnite at the moment. This is one little thing which I've read a lot of articles. I've literally just read some in the last like 10 minutes, see if there's any like stuff about it, and only one person's reported it, which is the GameSpot reports, which reported it, and is about the game engine at Epic Games, and Battlegrounds is run off one of their engines. So they're a little bit salty, the fact that they've kind of gone, oh, they've made a battle royale kind of game off the same kind of engine that Battlegrounds runs on, and that's why
Battlegrounds run on Unity then.
I'm not sure what the engine is, but all they reported was in the GameSpot article or slash video that fact one of the engines that Epic Games owns is Rat. They use.
No, not own. They both use Unreal Engine.
Ah, it's interesting.
I mean, I'd see why they'd get a bit salty, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's why they're kind of gone, what the fuck, pretty much, and like they're looking to maybe take further action against Epic Games for that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like it can't really do much because you don't own the category, you don't own the franchise or Battle Royale.
You were saying about that lawyer that said that basically has to prove it. It doesn't take a lawyer to prove that they don't own that type of game. Because if you think about it, it all boils down to, I think Armour was Armour was the first Battle Royale game. Don't hold me to this.
Yeah, I think it was.
If someone knows of any other game, right, that is Battle Royale way before Armour had theirs, okay?
Like for me, it's like when I first discovered like the battle royale thing was on H1Z1. Then after H1Z1, I think Armour must have had sort of thing with it. But it might have been before it got exploded into what it is now. But I think it's something you don't need to be so salty about, because you can't be going around chucking like, I'm going to sue you and all that stuff for this kind of thing, because there's so many games out there. It's like, look at Minecraft. Minecraft is a perfect example for a game. How many games out there right now has the same basics of Minecraft?
Actually, quite a few, surprisingly.
Quite a few. And have you
That's the thing. You know, Android, they always have them really cheap versions of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like,
there's so
the thing is,
hundreds.
it was mine something. I think it was something like that, or something craft, and it was like Minecraft. But it was HD textures,
Yeah.
and like it had more animals and resources and stuff. And you just think, but the thing is, you don't see like it's not a massive public thing about Mojang going around like suing like Stardew Valley or Terraria. Oh, you're using pickaxes to mine stone in your games. Like, you know, you guys can build in your games with stuff that you mine next. Like, it's as stupid as like literally, it's literally as stupid as them suing someone like Fortnite or like Epic Games for using the idea of a pickaxe to gather stone and then build houses with that stone.
Yeah.
Or to build like cover and bases with that stone, and it's kind of ridiculous. It's a whole entire genre of games. It's literally like Call of Duty suing Battlefield 1, not Battlefield 1, particular Battlefield, or like EA or DICE or whatever. Suing them, suing suing literally anyone that does FPS games.
Yeah, it's all.
You can't claim a whole entire genre. It's literally like it's literally like one horror movie production company sues another just for making a horror movie with a killer that uses a knife. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two movies contain a killer that uses a knife to kill other victims. It's an original idea, because battle royale games aren't. They're technically original ideas because of the way it's the way you create them. With the thing is, if they create it exactly like Battlegrounds, the look of it and everything, the map style, the way it runs, or the way it is and stuff, that's different. That's fair enough. Then you could sue on some sort of there'd be some sort of copyright grounds there. But the fact it's just the fact that it's. Do you know what it is? Is they'll probably use the excuse that they're killing the game market for battle royale games because they've released it for free. But the thing is, Fortnite isn't just a battle royale game.
Yeah, I know it's got like its other game modes.
Yeah, Fortnite has Save the World. Save the World is fun for the people that enjoy that type of game. Battle Royale was just a PvP that was fun for people that like to play it. Then they released PvP for everybody. The thing is, there's only so much you can do with PvP. Other than Save the World has progression, missions and stuff like that. But with PvP, it's you can only do so much before it's basically just. That's the thing with like PUBG. I don't know how PUBG works. I don't know if there's probably stats and stuff, but like at the end of the day, you're literally just doing the same thing over and over and over again. You're just going in, killing people over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right?
And
you're doing that on Fortnite, so why shouldn't it be? Why shouldn't that sort of game be free if their main game is someone else entirely? And people might think, oh, I'm kind of bored of this battle royale, but I want to check out Save the World, get them sales. I think it's just pure jealousy, and just I feel like they're obviously going to be very competitive, and they obviously don't like that Fortnite is a lot of is very I don't know. I'd say they're very kind when it comes to their community. They do listen.
Yeah, I know like the Battlegrounds community will tell blah blah blah, and they'll update it. And I've seen like on Twitter, someone go, "Oh, thank you very much, Battlegrounds, for updating this. I finally got it after a few weeks." And they've listened to their community and stuff like that. It's fair enough, but there's no need for the saltiness that's coming with it at the moment. And it could be also the fact is that obviously, I think I've just said it, is the fact obviously Epic Games have gone, we're going to make this free. We're going to try and pull in some numbers.
It's about making it free. It's not about the fact that they made the game. It's the fact that they made the game free.
Yeah, and it's getting too salty. And I did read one article, it was like saying like Battlegrounds is the original idea for like a battle royale kind of game, but it's like I know it's the first standalone game for like battle royale, because H1Z1 was literally an add-on. Then they released it as a standalone thing after a few months.
Yeah, because H1Z1 itself literally died.
Yeah, because it was a survival base at first, then it moved to more King of the Kill. Then they kind of separated the games. Like, if you want the survival, You could buy that for like £10 if
Yeah,
you want
the
the
thing
Battle
is,
Royale.
H1Z1 died really quickly was because it was made by Sony Online Entertainment and then it was sold
Yeah,
straight
to do
away.
Daybreakers.
And they literally they didn't bother doing any sort of like, you know, they didn't bother. There was hackers in it straight away, you know, people getting their days ruined by playing it, and eventually it got boring because yeah, they had vehicles quite early on compared to like you see DayZ standalone is still an alpha version, which is really bad.
I think that project's been ditched now, I think, to be honest.
No, I think it's coming out of. I think it is coming out of alpha. But the thing is, I feel like DayZ. I feel like if DayZ did this thing where they worked on the game until it was literally pure perfection, then released it out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I mean, it would make a massive comeback. But the thing is, DayZ itself, technically, the mod, the actual armor mod, is so much better than the actual standalone version. So it's like, so you know, you got like, you might as well just play that. But yeah, it's like H1Z1 died very quickly, and then they released a Battle Royale, and that's what I think that's what really kicked off the whole competitive side of Battle Royale games. Because Arma 3 Battle Royale is I've only watched one person play that, and that's Always Eagles, twitch.tv Always Eagles 69. Go check him out. Yeah, he played Arma 3 Battle Royale. He's a very original person. He does like the old original game. He said I don't think he was a fan of King of the Kill.
Yeah.
But he's a massive fan of because they got first person only servers, haven't they?
Yeah. But I can see where you're coming from with you're saying about the original. With it, and I can see why like some people didn't like H1Z1's Battle Royale and prefer more like player unknown battlegrounds. But it's kind of like I understand the updates is a bit more frequent and more. I think the hardcore fans that really loved H1Z1 King of the Kill, obviously, were crying out for certain things, which is now in battlegrounds. And I think it's like DayZ, it has a cult following. It does, because I'm always watching it on Twitch. I am.
Yeah, DayZ is it's still very popular.
Yeah, I always say it's like it gets to 800 to maybe 2,000 viewers. It can bounce up and down depending on the time of day.
The thing is, survival games are a dying breed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I feel like that's out now. It's all about the competitive side of stuff, or
like PUBG has Pro League, doesn't it?
It's got some sort of tool. I don't know what.
I know it's got some sort of competitive stuff, because I think there is an ESL PUBG or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
I know it's recently gone into the esports side of stuff, I think, or they're going to. But that it's all about the competitiveness, and just like that's like that kind of genre's kind of gonna grow more and more. And you're gonna get some more copycats. It's kind of like there's another game that came out in between King of the Kill and Battlegrounds. It's called the Call-In or the Colouring.
The Culling,
yeah,
something like that.
And that game
that died very quickly.
That game freaking dropped like a sack of poo. Not to put it wrong, but I heard that game was amazing. But,
yeah, the game was amazing. Loads of people playing it, and then just suddenly everyone stopped playing it.
Yeah, and like that. I don't know where it was, if it was in early alpha or beta or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's literally like an early access game.
And that game had such like great like response, saying this is the best battle royale game I've played.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Because it was basically like, because a lot of battle royales, because they compare them to Hunger Games, but Hunger Games has like a cornucopia, and then you get weapons from the middle, and then you basically kill people as much as you can. But it's like, I think that's what the culling was. I think it was more of like a Hunger Games style battle royale than a drop in and kill people style. I think you literally start, or so either that, or you start off with nothing, like you do in a bit like you do in what's it? I don't know. I think there was like a crafting element to it as well, where you could actually craft a weapon and stuff.
I think you might be right there. I do remember somebody saying you can craft weapons and stuff like that.
Like craft like a wooden like a sorry, like a stone sort of like I don't know, like a stone club or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, obviously, I don't know if do you know where the original idea for a battle royale originates from?
I think there was a movie.
It is a movie. It's a
I know there's
Japanese, Chinese. I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese
I think it
movie.
was a Japanese movie.
Yeah, and it's subtitled, and it originates from that. And that was, I think, that's early 2000, and that's where the original idea came from for a battle royale. And obviously,
Yeah, because it's literally a movie about people getting put into like an arena or something, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I think it's kids on. They put kids in like literally in like an arena, or on, no, I think they put them on an island. Then obviously it's kind of like whoever survives, they get to live and get to escape. And they get after the literally typical kind of battle royale, hunt around the island, look for weapons, and you just see kids killing kids. And it's kind of, that's where the premise came from for it. But that is
literally kids killing kids. That's literally how it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, for me, I haven't watched it because it's subtitled and my reading's not the best. But I've heard it's an alright movie, but where I'm shocked it's kind of like took so long for maybe like some battle royale people to actually hear of this film, because I've spoke to a couple of people who've played battle royale games and they've never heard of the movie, and that's where the original idea of battle royale apparently came from for the games, because of that movie. So you want to thank them people. I don't know what studios or the director who did it, but you want to thank them for creating basically the #1 game in gaming industry.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
it's probably based off of something. Probably based off of like tales or from like ancient times and stuff. There's obviously going to be games of like, because you know, when things were a bit more barbaric, it was like, there were games and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of a bit of a sucky thing that is between the PUBG and Epic Games though. But one person did point out though, we reckon that we won't hear no more about it at all, because the whole lawsuits is coming in. So we're going to move into the next part of the podcast now. I think it's the last bits. Is tips from myself and Brad. From we've played it for a good couple of hours and stuff like that, and we're gonna try and help you guys out. If you have been playing it and you're struggling maybe to get to like the final like top 10, or you're dying constantly at the beginning, because I die a lot. So I would like to hear some tips from Brad. Brad, give us your tips, my friend. I need some help on this game to help me get more victories.
Well, as I said at the beginning, was this game has risen in popularity, so you see a lot of streamers playing it now. So you know, obviously, out of curiosity, you're gonna kind of sort of want to see how people play. So you go into their streams, watch them, and I've noticed a lot of people actually, when in the bus and they want to go to a certain town, they'll literally wait and drop right above the town, which is not a good idea. If you guys think it is a good idea because you get there faster, it's not a good idea. And also, a lot of people don't travel when they glide. They just go straight to a town near them. You could travel pretty much halfway across. You could pretty much travel most of the way across, pretty much across the map. So it's like, jump out quite early, because then at least you'll be gliding there. Once you land, your parachute or umbrella will help you out. So I recommend doing that. I recommend jumping out into places that are far away, because there's less people that are going to head there.
Yeah, it's like what personally. Sorry,
you die less when you don't drop straight away.
So I found the tactic I have found over the last week. I've been trying out different things, like dropping out early, dropping out middle, or maybe like literally leaving it the last couple of seconds before you automatically get kicked out of the bus. Is obviously dropping the first part of the map. So many people drop out, you're going to die straight away within the first 10 seconds. Middle of the map, I can't say it might survive, you might not, but it's still heavy a lot. But when you get to like the last portion of the map, say the last quarter, dropping out there, I'm starting to find is a good little strategy because there's not as many. It's like you might, where say at the beginning you'll get like 20 people dropping, you might only get like maybe 1 or maybe 2 players around by you. But where you're scavenging looking for weapons, you've got to get more loot, and also you could take them down a bit more easier. But where you're saying going out a bit further, definitely do agree to that, because that's the thing I did on a couple of days ago, is literally going out to the side of the map, going to get my loot, then running back into obviously where the circle is. Have you like encountered a lot of people sometimes on the outskirts of the map, or do you find very little people on the outside of the map?
Depends. You see, the thing is, I never land unless I'm messing around. I never drop out straight away. I don't even wait till the. I don't wait till the end. I mean, you could drop at. I wouldn't. It's not very wise to drop at the beginning unless you're dropping somewhere quite far away. But usually it's like the middle. If that image that I sent you, if you just want to pop that up on the screen, sort of give an idea of what I mean, is like there's so many underrated places that aren't on the map. Like, well, they're on the map, but they're not, marked. They're not named. So, just go to them sort of places. Just drop quite far away, because then you have the advantage. And half the time, a lot of people don't have the confidence to actually travel that far. Because if you're playing solo and you notice that a lot of people dying straight away, it's because they've dropped straight away. And a lot of people get weapons way before other people. And if, a town's being looted by, 20 people, there's going to be, no guns for, half the people. And people are just going to just die.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy to kill them. But, yeah, what I recommend is just sort of jumping early. Jump early if you want to go to a place, because then that will help you out and get there quicker. Because while you're gliding there, people that are waiting to get there are still in the bus. So, so yeah, just, I woun't go for the populated areas. If there's a town that's quite far away, go for the town, because it means there's going to be less people that actually go there. But some people aren't like noobs. They're not new to the game. They do know what they're doing, so they will do that as well.
Yeah. Definitely another thing I would say as well, when you're going down gliding, spin around, look around, see how many people are with you.
What I recommend is when you're gliding, glide to the area you're going to glide to. When you pull out your parachute or your umbrella, then that's the best time to just quickly switch, turn around and see if you see anyone flying about. If not,
yeah, obviously because they render in for you as well. Yeah, because that's what I've started doing. Is like when I'm gliding down, it's literally just like have a little scout around, and you can just only point out a couple, like a handful of people. That's always helpful, because then you know what you're dealing with. If you don't see no one, obviously that's perfect, because that means you're left alone. But always take into consideration it could be that one player around by you, because I was playing one match. It's like, oh, no one's around by me, but obviously the one player was there and I wasn't aware, and I ended up dying very quickly. I was like, oh great, I didn't see him coming down. But always take into consideration, if they don't even see them on your screen, take it with caution. Don't be silly.
Yeah, don't ever take things for granted. I did that yesterday. I made a bit of a stupid mistake. I did feel a bit cocky, I had a rare assault rifle, so I went into the farmhouse in can't remember what.
I know what you're talking about, on the main farm.
There's 2 farms. It's really bugging me, because I think Anarchy at Acres, I think it was something like that. Yeah, the Anarchy's the top one, the best one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went into the house thinking, oh, he might have a good gun, but he might not. So I snuck into the house because I didn't see him moving around. So I snuck into the house, but he was there by the door. He must have seen me running into the house. He was there by the door and he killed me quite quickly, and that was kind of a bad game. But to be honest, I was actually only getting the clip for the top 10 that I'm gonna do. So it's like, at the end of the day, I got the clip that I needed, and I was just finishing off the game. Yeah, you can't take things for granted. If you feel like, don't challenge anyone. There's no need to be an aggressive player unless you know you have the advantage. Don't challenge anyone if you have to get out of there. Like, so say if it gets to 40 seconds and the circle isn't within your radius, then you need to forget about that person and run out. Because if they're still in the house, they're gonna have to run out. So you have the advantage by waiting by the you know, by the line, waiting for them to run into the radius, and then just kill them from there. Especially if the storm actually catches them, it lowers their health a little bit, so it gives you the advantage while you're shooting at them.
Yeah, very much that. It's like for me, I always like, say you're in that one-on-one situation inside a house. Your gut's telling you, oh, just go up and go do it. But your brain's like, oh, if I just sit here for that extra 20 seconds, he might come down. I always try my best to go in my head, like, I'm just going to wait it out. I'm not going to go challenge him. Just waiting it out is the best way to kind of deal with it.
When in a house, don't ever hold an assault rifle out.
Nah, shotgun or
the
most powerful weapon you got.
SMG. I mean, if you feel like if you feel like you might have to use an assault rifle, make sure it's a decent assault rifle before you pull it out. If it's the only gun you have, then yeah, obviously use it. But yeah, man,
shotgun's probably the best, I would say, if you're in like that kind of close environment. Even the case as well, I'm gonna nick this tactic from someone I was playing against the other day. I was up in the bedroom, just like literally waiting for him with a shotgun, and what they end up doing is opening the door, chucking a grenade through it, then running downstairs, because obviously the house destroys itself, the floor caves in, or the walls, or whatever. So it's always like kind of helpful. So that's a kind of a thing I definitely suggest doing. Maybe if you have a grenade or grenade launcher, definitely would say
RPGs. If RPG, always grab an RPG or a grenade launcher. If you see one, trade it out for like your shotgun or something like that. Because by the time that by the time you have a grenade launcher and stuff, and like say if it's I don't know, say if it's like what can we say? Like say it's been about 3 times since it's shrunk, so it's, there's only a few, like there's only like say like 20 to like 10 people left.
Yeah.
Switch it out, because by that time it's gonna go, if you're surviving, it's gonna go down to you and someone else.
Yeah.
2 people can't kill each other. So it's gonna go down to someone. It's gonna go down to you and someone else.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I recommend switching out to an RPG or grenade launcher, not to use necessarily for the kills, but to use just in case they start building a base on the smaller circle where they have the advantage. Use the RPG, blow up their base, possibly get the kill while you're doing so. Especially with the grenade launcher, I'd recommend shooting it into the base, destroys the walls as well as kills the people inside. So, and always switch out your assault shotgun for a pump shotgun, no matter what tier it is. The pump shotgun always does higher damage than any of the assault shotguns or the semi-auto shotguns or whatever they're called, automatic shotguns.
Yeah, semi-auto.
I keep calling them assault shotguns because of GTA. So, yeah, always do that. Always switch them out for the pump shotgun. If you're not very good with a pump shotgun, I recommend doing it and just practicing with it, because the pump shotgun is so good, especially later in the game. A lot of people are kind of lower health because they've been shot at and they've bandaged up and they've only got 75. If they've only got 75 and you get a pump shotgun and you're playing solo, they're dead.
Yeah.
If you're playing like duos with your friend, they're down. Like another maybe 2. It should take another 2. But yeah, you shoot them a couple more times and they're dead completely. So then that leaves their teammate to a disadvantage. So yeah, I recommend doing that.
Yeah, that's a good little tip that is there, definitely. But definitely would say the pump shotgun is the way to go about it if over the semi-auto or the semi-automatic shotgun, because that thing is it's okay if you pick it up, it's the first gun, you're fine. But if you find a pump shotgun, swap it straight out, straight
especially
away.
If you find a green tier or rare, uncommon, sorry. I also have there's also another tip I just can't remember. Oh yeah, also always swap out never ever swap a gun for a pistol or an SMG ever. No matter, even if it's the purple SMG, never swap it out.
But no, I can I honestly, the one tip I've trying to force upon myself at the moment is trying to take my time. I think it's a thing, especially if you're new to the Battle Royale franchise. Say like a Call of Duty player's coming into it, they're like, I'm just gonna be running and gunning sort of thing. Taking your time with the sort of things as well. Even it's like if you have the special chest, you can hear the sound of a chest in a house, and you'll be like, ooh, that's going to be a chest with loot inside of it. I have been known to just go straight in, try and like nick that stuff straight away, but somebody was camping out in this house next to like downstairs, and the chest was like upstairs, and obviously they heard me running in. And they would use that as bait. They use that on bait to just try to get a kill. So even when you're going in for like this rare chests or the special chests, be careful. Do be careful, because they might use that as bait. Same with weapons as well. If there's like a rare gun down and stuff like that, they might use that as bait. It's like what was it? I saw a sniper in the middle of a field, and I was like, this is definitely bait for something. And I was scouting around, looking high and low, couldn't see anyone. And then there was someone literally sat in a bush and ticked me off with a AWP. And I was like, you son of a git. And it was like a legendary sniper. And I was like, you goddamn son of a bitch. How could you do that to me? But the pet picked me off straight away. And I was just so gutted by that moment, but definitely take your time with it. Don't rush. Literally,
yeah, that's probably my final tip. Is just in solo, always take your time. Challenge people as best as you can. If you see someone that's in front of you and you have the advantage, take the kill. Take the kill.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
that's all the tips I have for now. I am doing the top 10. I'm gonna think of some more.
Yeah, but it's kind of like that's pretty much the top tips we can give to you, and even when we get to the top 5, like your last 5 left, take your time, don't rush into scenarios, even wait it out, because that's how I got my first win. Literally sitting behind a tree.
Let people fight out between themselves. That's the best thing to do. Yeah,
that's how you're gonna get them more of them victories and let them stack up a little bit more. But if we get like any more tips and stuff like that, we'll be sure to like let you know via social media and stuff like that, or either by our streams or our videos. And like Brad just said there, he's got a top 10 tip video coming out soon. He's just playing more of it and trying to give more tips.
Trying to find footage to go with the tips.
Yeah, which really does help. So definitely.
Another thing is, it's the game's being constantly updated, so we're guaranteed to come back to it again on another podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I think I did see them. I think it was this literally this last week. They've been talking about more like they found problems with the servers and stuff like that, like lag and stuff like that. So I imagine there will be another update rolling out soon, and that probably will include more stuff. So we definitely will be coming back, and obviously we're going to keep playing it, and we will come back to it in like maybe a future podcast and talk about it. Even if it's like one podcast, we just slightly touch on it and just share our thoughts and see if we can give you some more tips and stuff like that.
No, definitely. I'll keep. I'm gonna probably start creating some content on my channel, so it's not always going to be on like, you know, if you guys think, oh, we need this sort of thing needs to be sort of talked about. If it's not on this channel, it will probably be on mine. Because as a podcast about multiple stuff, we have to expand our discussions, so it can't always be about the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, exactly that, definitely. Do you have any more like secret deep tips, even your own like secret tip you don't want to give out, but you want? I wanted to see if I could dig out of you. Do you have any? Something that you don't want to give away because it's your secret like little tip, and it's like, I don't want to give it away, but to these beautiful people who listen to this podcast, would you be caring to share? or have you give everything that you've got and you don't have one?
Not really hidden tips. The thing is, I want the game to progress and have better players.
Yeah.
So I don't really hide any tip. If I had a hidden tip, then it'd be.
You would tell us. But like literally, my secret tip is just take time. That's the biggest advice I can give from myself. Take your time, don't rush, and always say I've always said like my gut says rush upstairs, but my brain's saying take your time. Listen to your other self, because you always get two opinions pop into your head, or several opinions that you should do.
When it comes down to you and the last few people,
yeah,
can't remember. I reckon. So just also if you have any questions about Fortnite that you want either me or Dane to ask, tweet us or comment on the video.
Yeah, we're happy to help. But I think that's all we've got time for this week, guys, because we're getting bugged like mad. We're going to go do some stuff. I've been getting nagged to do stuff, and
for some reason, evening is the time that mothers like to be active. So
yeah, my mum's freaking been like. So we are going to be wrapping up now, but we will be back next week. We will confirm via our Twitter. We now have a Twitter for the podcast. It is at the Geek Out tweet. That is our Twitter. We will announce on there what our next podcast will be about, and obviously it will be next Wednesday. Obviously, if you can't watch, it via YouTube or listen via YouTube. We do have a SoundCloud now, so if you type in on SoundCloud, which is absolutely free to listen to while you're on your mobile phone on the go. Just type in the Geek Out podcast. It is uploaded on there every Wednesday as well. So if you can't listen at home, you can listen on the go. Say you're on a bus or whatever, you can find us on there as well. And we might eventually expand it onto other platforms, maybe like iTunes as well. But we'll worry about that a bit more closer to the time. But do make sure to follow us on our Twitter, follow us on SoundCloud, and personally ourselves as well on Twitter ourselves, like the Moss Game Night 4. At TipHerAFish, and follow us on Twitch as well. We will talk to you on there as well if you want to come and hang out at some point and play some games with us. But thank you very much, Brad, for tuning in and coming to chat with me again this week, and greatly appreciate it. And it's been good fun, man, talking about Fortnite, and hopefully we can talk again soon about Fortnite with some future updates.
Yeah, man, of course.
But thank you very much again, sir. But guys, that's all we have to say for today. But we'll see you next week with the next podcast. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.